Yo, what is good, YouTube? Welcome back to another JC2K video. In today's video, we're going to be talking about my content predictions for this weekend here in NBA 2K26 My Team. I'm actually going to be making two of these videos today because I think we're getting a festival as well this weekend, but that will be the next video that y'all will see here in a little bit. I'm doing two separate videos because I have specific predictions for both, and we're going to start off with the regular pack predictions. And I'm not going to lie, I did some research because it looks like all the players we're getting in packs this season, at least so far, and I know this is a limited pool of players, but are going to come from the Tar Heels, Duke, Kansas, Kentucky, Arizona, Michigan, Houston, Baylor, Purdue, Louisville, Ohio State, UConn, Texas, UCLA, and Michigan State. So I got a bunch of players who went to those schools for today's packs, and I'm going to do the same for the festival prediction. The reason I think we're getting a festival is because the King of the Court rewards have not updated as of yet, and it would also make sense logically in that if they do a festival this week for 2 weeks, it will end, and then there will be a week off, and then that Friday, in I guess 3 weeks from tomorrow, would be the first day of March Madness as well. So I feel like that, or I guess it technically would be the second day of March Madness, but it would line up well for a March Madness themed festival of some sort. So I'm thinking maybe we get an alumni themed festival prior to March Madness. We'll see exactly, but that's a prediction for another video. We'll talk about that in the next video. Be on the lookout for that one. That being said, I went through and I did some research and I found some names, and so I'm going to give y'all those names for each tier here in this video. Going to go Opal and up because those are the main ones I think that really matter at this point. I don't know how many players we're going to get. Last week we got 3 NBA 100s, and then I mean including the alumni cards, we got, well, it was 1, 2, 3, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 Dark Matters, and then 6 Galaxy Opals as well, and then also 6 Pink Diamonds. I don't have that many names Opal and above, but I have a good amount of names for each tier, and also what college they went to, at least for most of these guys. So we will start at the Galaxy Opal tier, and I have a few names for Galaxy Opal. I got 4 of them. Starting with D'Angelo Russell. He's my first prediction. Went to Ohio State. Has not gotten a card in a while in my team. I think his highest tier of card actually this year might be a diamond. I'm not 100% sure about that, but that's what I want to say anyway. Is his highest tier of card. It is his highest tier card. He got a My Team Festival diamond in season 2. D'Lo's never an incredible card in 2K, but he's always kind of a fun one. He's had some solid cards in the past in 2K, and obviously was number 2 overall pick out of Ohio State. This season makes perfect sense to get a D'Angelo Russell card in my team. Another Galaxy Opal prediction: Max Christie from Michigan State. Also a Mav, so maybe I'm a little biased, but I will say Max Christie, I do not believe has gotten a card all year in my team, besides the Gems of the Game card and the Series 1 card that he had very early in the year. Last year, he got a point guard eligible Amethyst in Season 5 that was a very good card. Now, they're not dropping Amethyst anymore, but a like Pink Diamond or Galaxy Opal Max Christie would be a really cool card, and likely be able to play the point guard position. Could actually be pretty solid at 6'5", versatile defender, high-level shooter, decent athlete. That could be a pretty good card. I could see that being a fun budget PG for sure. Another guy that I'm going to be predicting at like the small forward, power forward position, a guy who, to be fair, would need a change jumper to truly be elite in my team because his shot sucks right now. But Anton Jameson, he has Paul George escape and the Curry slide. If 2K gave him a change jumper, he could very easily be one of the best opals in the game. Now, yes, we already have a bunch of Opal small forwards and just good small forwards in general, so I don't know if we need a ton more small forwards, but another high-level movement small forward, especially if they were to change his jumper, would be a very good card. So that's another name that pops out to me. He went to UNC, so obviously fits the bill as well as a guy who we could get and has not gotten a card since the beginning of Season 3 with this Feast and Drop, which was, again, 2.5, 3 months ago at this point, so it's been a while. After that, we move on to the last Galaxy Opal prediction. It's a guy who has not gotten a card all year. Besides, very early in the year, he had a Sapphire. I believe it is just a Wild Gem Sapphire or a Gems of the Game Sapphire, though. I don't actually remember which, but it's Purvis Ellison. Purvis Ellison's had some really good cards in the past as well. I'm sure many of y'all do remember if you've been playing my team for a few years. He had a Galaxy Opal card. I believe it was last year, actually. Yeah, he was because he was in the #1 pick picks set, and that card was insane. Had like incredible movement, like nearly perfect sigs and an elite shot and stuff. That card was amazing. I don't think Purvis Ellison will likely be this good that good this time, but I still think he could be a very good Galaxy Opal. He's always a really nice budget card very early in the year for like salary cap and stuff like that. So a Purvis Ellison card could be really nice and probably would be able to play small forward position at 6'10". So again, that could be a really interesting card as well. And also, I think he went to Louisville. So again, he falls under those 16 schools for this type of list. Moving on to the Dark Matters. I got 4 Dark Matter names as well. And those 4 Dark Matter names are going to be, starting with the most boring one, Kemba Walker. He went to UConn, obviously a March Madness legend. Makes a ton of sense for Kemba to get a card this season. Would definitely not be a high-level Dark Matter, but with 2K likely going to update the King of the Court rewards pretty soon and make them Dark Matter anyway, having a couple of bad Dark Matters in there makes a lot of sense with 2K. Obviously, Kemba wouldn't be great, but he does very much make sense as the type of player going to UConn who would be involved in this season, especially with how legendary his March Madness run in, I believe, 2011 was. The other wing, I guess, as a part of this would be Andrew Wiggins from Kansas. A Dark Matter Wiggins would be great, 6'8", very good jump shot, especially since it'd be on very quick, elite slasher, and maybe get slightly upgraded animations as well. Could also be really, really good. The wing for this at the Dark Matter position is going to be James Worthy, who has a really good shot this year. Did get a Galaxy Opal Wild Gem in season, I guess that would have been 3, but otherwise hasn't gotten another card this year, at least that I am aware of. This card was good, but a Dark Matter Worthy would be much better with a sped up jumper, a jumper that's already good to be fair, but now sped up would be really, really good. And then obviously would be more versatile defensively, maybe have a little bit more movement as well, would also be a really good Dark Matter. And then the Dark Matter big that I am predicting is not an extremely exciting one. I mean, I say that. He's not a big. He actually would be a very good card to 4. And that is a Dark Matter Jaren Jackson Jr. Went to Michigan State again, which is one of the colleges in this season, and has not gotten a card since the first week of season 2 with this diamond card. People love Jaren cards in my team. He is very much due for a card. A Dark Matter Jaren would make a lot of sense as like a headlining Dark Matter in these packs. Then we move on to the 100 overalls. I got 3 100 overall names to go through. First of which, again, has not gotten a card, I don't believe, until since the end of season 2, and that is, where is he? I don't know. That's the festival card. Sorry. Where is he? There he is. Agent Zero, Gilbert Arenas. 100 overall, Gilbert Arenas. Went to Arizona. Again, fits the bill for this and would be an amazing card as well. Really, really good. Just versatile, fun point guard. His shot's good. You know, he's only 6'4", but he'd be a great offensive card. Now, I don't think he'd be a huge pack seller by any means, but I think he'd be a fun name and a good card. I think an Agent Zero would make a lot of sense. Another guy who has not gotten a single card all year in packs that I am aware of anyway, I don't believe he has, is Clyde Drexler. I feel like a Clyde Drexler 100 overall would also make a lot of sense. Went to Houston, definitely a legend, and I think would be really, really good in my team. Clyde the Glide has always had some good cards, and it's been, I mean, the fact he hasn't gotten a card this year is legitimately kind of crazy to me. I think he's definitely due, and obviously was a member of Phi Slamma Jamma, legendary college career, as well as obviously NBA career as well. So would make a lot of sense to see a Clyde Drexler card in my team as well. And then the final 100 overall comes from Kansas. Current player Joel Embiid has not gotten a card. I say that since, I guess, season 4. It was last season when he got this 100, when he got this Galaxy Opal. So really hasn't been that long since Embiid got a card, and maybe it's too soon for him to get another card. But 100 overall Embiid would make sense. He's an MVP. Has had a great career. Great college player at Kansas. Was what, the number 2 overall pick. Like, definitely a guy who, again, would make a lot of sense for this type of card. And with that being said, those are my content predictions for this week's packs. Y'all let me know what y'all think. Maybe it's a little bit too stacked in terms of big names. I don't know. Maybe they'll have to spread out the big names throughout the season a little bit more. But if they're just going to go from those 16 schools, I'm going to keep on predicting from those 16 schools. So with that being said, it's going to do it for today's video. Hope y'all did enjoy. If you did, make sure you hit that like button, leave a comment, and subscribe. I'll be back with more 2K content very, very soon. I appreciate y'all. Peace.